咩叫望三月？
现在你应该这样讲，应该特别公告，特别，你就讲10月31号开
啊，因萬聖節嗰隻咪啦。
咁輕易就會講成啊，意思嘅。
加起來是唔得，
講幾下特別。
南無三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。南无三曼多摩多南瓦兹达南汉。
冬令，我们冬天时间不是要延迟1个小时吗？还没到啊，你有没有上网查一下？周律师好。好，报告。我们同修的时间是在8点钟进行，如果还没有座位的同门，请你们找位置坐好，保持肃静，心中默念上师心咒。等师尊师母莅临时，我们齐声问候：师尊好，师母好，以及大家好。
么快就下雪，
冷，冷，对呀、
超冷，对。
对呀、好像特别冷。
我把冬天的衣服都穿完了，我把冬天的衣服都穿完了。
相差很大，突然间降。
大理的海拔800几，我们这里是300。
哦，相差那么多啊？
建那个南山庄嘛，它的那一款之后，它的有变高了。
哦，这样子的。哦，原来是这样的。
对，当初那有影响，那这期那个当初跟那文化一个 moment 叫，所以这个一定要看你的飞机，它海拔多高呢？
我们一起问候：师尊好，师母好，大家好。你这边坐等。可以，可以有線，可個線命比較好睇嘅。坐線，嗰度有坐線。请大家起立，恭敬合掌。恭请圣尊升法王座。请师母、诸位上师上座，法师、贵宾、同门善信大德请坐。
And we would also like to welcome Simu, all the Master's reference, and all participants to please take the seats.
依照雷藏寺往常的惯例，请第一次来或很久没有来参加同修的同门，请站起来自我介绍您的法号、来自的国家及道场。我们先从龙间开始。
Please say your name and where you came from.
師尊、師母你好，多謝師尊接引 楊文錦師兄，我哋全家人呢係喺舊金山嚟呢度。我個名叫做蓮花瑞蓮。
我個名叫做蓮花浩龍。
我個名叫做蓮花水美。
好，欢迎你们。
We came from San
龙边还有
Francisco.
要自我介绍的吗？请站起来。
Anybody else
将麦克风传
from
给
this
他。
side? Please stand up and introduce yourself.
师尊好，师母好，上师好，我是莲花组合师从多伦多赶来的，谢谢师尊加持。
I came from Toronto.
龙边还有要自我介绍的吗？如果没有的话，请将麦克风传到虎边。虎边这边有要自我介绍的吗？请站起来哦。这个。好，将麦克风传给他。先拿麦克风给他们。
师尊师母好，大家好。我们3位来自巴拿马，第一次来西雅
We
图，
came from Panama, and it is our first time here.
很高兴第一次参加同修会哦。
好，
看
欢迎你
自己同
们
修。
你们的法号？
我叫莲花李秋怡。
阿弥陀佛，师尊好，师母好，上师好，法师们好，大家好。我是来自巴拿马，这个也是来自巴拿马我的师姐，我们是来自巴拿马宝华同修会的。我叫莲花丽婷，她是莲花米。这是我们第一次来西雅图，就是很荣幸
And
能见到师尊，
this is
能
our
见到
first
各
time
位。
coming here from
也很
Panama.
开心
It is our
就
honor
是
and
希
our
望
pleasure
师尊还有
to be
父母
able to
娘
be
娘呢，就是
here.
大力的加持一下我们，就是每一年都有那个机
And
缘过来面
I
见
hope
师
that
尊。
Grandmaster
欢迎你
and
们。
all the Buddhas,
虎边
Bodhisattvas
还有要自我
would
介
bless
绍的
us so
吗？
that we can come here every
好
year.
佛居部呢？好，请坐下。也让我们以热烈的掌声欢迎诸位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教、
Let's
贵宾
also
同仁、善
welcome
信
all
大德来参
participating
加同
masters,
修。
reference, and fellow disciples from all over the place.
同修南无黄财神本尊法开始，拍
The
掌
main
弹指，
deity today is Yellow
观想
Jambala.
真佛宗传承
Wake up call.
南无大日如来
Visualize true
南
Buddha
无佛
lineage.
眼
Namo
佛我
Vairocana
南无
Buddha.
莲
Namo
花
Buddha
童子
Lokana.
南无
Namo
莲生活佛，观想师尊以诸佛菩萨法光加持，持上师心咒7遍。Om Guru 莲生悉地 Hom。Om 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 Guru 莲生悉地 Hom。念清净咒及安菩提真言。Om 修利修利摩诃修利修修利娑哈。Om 修多利修多利修摩利修摩利娑哈。Om 瓦达拉丹呵呵吽。南无萨曼多摩多兰 Om 嘟噜嘟噜得维娑哈。念招请咒 Om 啊吽娑哈。Om 啊吽娑哈。Om 啊吽娑哈。众弟子一心奉行。南无宏观圣面金刚上师莲生活佛。南无宏观圣面金刚上师莲生活佛。南无宏观圣面金刚上师莲生活佛。南无中央毗卢遮那佛。南无东方阿处佛。南无西方阿弥陀佛。南无南方宝生佛。南无北方不空成就佛。南无本师释迦牟尼佛。南无药师佛。南无无极瑶池金木大天尊。南无地藏王菩萨。南无莲花童子。南无观世音菩萨。南无文殊师利菩萨。南无弥勒菩萨。南无金刚萨埵。南无莲华生大士。南无准提佛母。金刚护法空行诸天神众。十方三世一切佛。一切菩萨摩诃萨。南无摩诃般若波罗蜜多。做观想大礼拜，100根本传承上师及诸佛。Om 啊 Home 观想顶礼，
Visualize full
回天
prostration.
心
Release the
善印，
mudra.
拜诸
Second, to
菩
all
萨
bodhisattvas.
Home 观想顶
Visualize
礼，
full prostration.
回天心
Release the
善印，
mudra.
拜诸
Third,
护
to
法
all
金刚
Heilikas and Dharma protectors.
Home 观想顶
Visualize
礼，
full prostration.
回天心
Release the
善印，
mudra.
平
Fourth
等
half
一起
bow.
手。大曼达供
Great
养，
mandala
受结
offering.
供养
Form the
手印，
offering mudra.
观想供品
Visualize
变
the
化无
transformations
量
of the
无边，
offerings.
布满虚空。
From one to become many, to fill the whole space.
上供根本
Make
传
the
承
offering
上
above
师，
to the
历代
lineage
传
Guru.
承祖师，同
All
修
the
祖尊
lineage，
南无
gurus,
黄
the main
财
deity
神
of the group
十方
practice
三
yellow
世一切
Jambala,
诸佛
all
菩萨龙
Buddhas
天
and
护法空
Bodhisattvas.
行，
In
中
the
共诸
middle
天
to
圣
all
灵
Heilikas
下
Dharma
施六
powers
道
and
众生。
divinities, and below to all sentient beings.
念供养赞几咒，
Recite
须
the
弥
offering
四
verse
周
Ananda
并
Brahma
日
Root
夜，
for
化
contemplation
诸
and
珍
sun
宝
and
供养
transform
佛，
precious offerings
种
for the
种真
Buddhas.
体
May
足
these
功
wondrous
德，
treasures
消
of
业
knowledge
速
cause
速
all
真
karma to
菩
all
提。
others of
唵
civilization.
萨瓦达他嘎达伊达姆咕噜那那面扎那看里里耶达耶密。做四皈依观相。 观想根本传承上师，历代传承祖师，一切诸佛法宝珍宝结合起来，成为大白光，给自己灌顶。念四皈依咒：南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。 南无咕噜贝，南无布达耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶。咒披甲护身持金刚手菩萨真言7遍持咒。唵波利兰遮利，唵波利兰遮利，唵波利兰遮利，唵波利兰遮利，唵波利兰遮利，唵波利兰遮利，唵波利兰遮利。 恭诵高王观世音真经1遍。高王观世音真经，观世音菩萨，南无佛，南无法，南无僧，佛国有缘，佛法相应，常乐我净，有缘佛法。南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大神咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大明咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无上咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无等等咒。 南无净光秘密佛，法藏佛，狮子吼神诸幽王佛，佛告须弥灯王佛，法护佛，金刚掌狮子游戏佛，宝正佛，神通佛，药师琉璃光王佛，普光功德双王佛，三足功德宝王佛。 过去七佛，未来现皆千佛，1500佛，万无千佛，500花生佛，100亿金刚藏佛，定光佛。 六方六佛名号：东方宝光月殿月妙尊音王佛，南方树根花王佛，西方照晚神通焰花王佛，北方月殿清净佛，上方无数精进保守佛，下方上济月音王佛，无量诸佛，多宝佛，释迦牟尼佛，弥勒佛。 阿处佛、弥陀佛，中央一切众生，在佛世界中者，行住于地上，即在虚空中。此由于一切众生，各令安稳休息，昼夜修持，经常求诵此经，能灭生死苦，消除诸毒害。南无大明观世音，光明观世音，高明观世音，宽明观世音。 药王菩萨、药上菩萨、文殊师利菩萨、普贤菩萨、虚空藏菩萨、地藏王菩萨、清凉宝山亿万菩萨、普光王如来化身菩萨，念念诵此经，屈佛世尊即说咒曰：尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地。 比尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵称地，娑哈尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，比尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵称地，娑哈尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地，比尼尼地，摩诃迦地，真灵称地，娑哈尼婆尼婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，尼诃那地。 比尼尼地摩诃迦地真灵称地娑哈尼婆尼婆地求诃地陀罗尼地尼诃那地比尼尼地摩诃迦地真灵称地娑哈尼婆尼婆地求诃地陀罗尼地尼诃那地比尼尼地摩诃迦地真灵称地娑哈尼婆尼婆地求诃地陀罗尼地尼诃那地比尼尼地摩诃迦地真灵称地娑哈。共念7遍往生咒。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍旦波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多，迦尼尼迦迦那，จิต多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍旦波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多。迦尼尼迦迦那，จิต多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍旦波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多。迦尼尼迦迦那，จิต多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍旦波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多。迦尼尼迦迦那，จิต多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍旦波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多。迦尼尼迦迦那，จิต多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍旦波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多。迦尼尼迦迦那，จิต多迦尼娑哈。南无阿弥陀佛耶，多他伽多耶，多地亚他，阿弥尼多波比，阿弥尼多舍旦波比，阿弥尼多比迦南地，阿弥尼多比迦南多。迦尼尼迦迦那，จิต多迦尼娑哈。所结根本传承上师手印，观想根本传承上师三光加倍。此根本传承上师心咒108遍，先做此念珠观想。此咒Om Guru Liên Sân Siddhi Hom, Om 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 Guru Nian Sanh 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 Siddhi Hom. 首节黄财神金刚印，先观空，念观空咒。Om Sopawa Sutta Sarva Dharma Sopawa Sutto Hang. Om Sopawa Sutta Sarva Dharma Sopawa Sutto Hang. Om Sopawa Sutta Sarva Dharma Sopawa Sutto Hang. 观想米上有3支香，袅袅的烟，在须弥山的半山有一个月轮。月轮中有黄色种子字真字放黄光，
At the center of the moon is a yellow seed-syllable zhen
观想真字
radiating
旋
yellow
转，
light.
化为一
The
尊坐
seed-syllable
式的
zhen
黄
is
财神。
revolving to become a yellow Jambala, seated in a
黄财
half
神
lotus
身
position
黄色，
with his
半
right
跏
foot
趺坐，
slightly
头顶
extended.
黄金的宝冠，宝冠
His
上
whole
施
body
满
is yellow,
宝
his
石，
face round.
脸
He is wearing a
圆，
golden crown
富态
embellished with
悦威，
jewels and precious
身
gem
披
necklaces.
宝石链，
He
其
looks
右手
opulent
持
and
一宝，如
grandiose.
柚子
His
形，
right hand is
左
holding a
手抱
treasure
住一只
that
兔
looks
宝
like a
树。
citrus fruit, and his left hand is holding a treasure mouse.
观想黄财神的右脚下垂的大拇指
Visualize
肿
yellow
起，
Jambala's
生
right
痛。
toe is swollen and
此
painful.
时心
Then
中念
silently recite
招请虚空中五佛
Om
字
Ahom Soha 3
Om
times to invoke the 5 Dhyani
吽
Buddhas.
索哈，Om 啊吽索哈，Om 啊吽索哈。观想虚空中
Visualize
五
the
佛
5 Dhyani
注意
Buddhas
黄财神
appearing
的
above
上
yellow
方，
Jambala,
各放五道
radiating
光
5 color
灌
light
顶
to
黄财
empower
神。
yellow Jambala. Recite the empowerment mantra 3 times.
此时念灌顶真言3遍，Om
Om
Hom
Hom
真
Zhen
色
Se
啊
A.
，Om
Om
Hom
Hom
真
Zhen
色
Se
啊
A.
，Om
Om
Hom
Hom
真
Zhen
色
Se
啊
A.。
由于五佛住
Due to
虚
the
空，
empowerment of the
对
5
黄财
Dhyani
神的
Buddhas
灌顶，
upon yellow
黄财
Jambala,
神右
the
脚的
pain
大
in
拇
his
指
right
肿
toe
痛退
subsided.
去，黄
Yellow
财
Jambala
神
starts
面
to
露笑容，
smile, and the
于是
mouth
兔宝
of
鼠
the
的口
treasure
张
mouse
开，
opens
吐在
and
米盘上，
spits
米
on
山
the
变
rice
金
mound
山。此时可观想一切
all
自
the
己所
treasures
需
that
求
you
的
wish
之物，
for, and
从
the
兔宝
rice
鼠的
mound
口
becomes
中
a
吐
mountain
出
of
来。
gold.
持黄财神心咒108遍。
Recite the yellow Jambala heart mantra 108 times.
持咒。 Om Jambala Chalang Chalaye Soha. 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 做9节佛风，入
Perform
三
9
摩
cycle
地。
Buddha breathing, enter into samadhi.
加持八大本尊心咒及念佛。
Recite that
Om
mantra
Ami
so that
Dewa
the
Se
deities
Om Mani Padme Hum Om Panamo Lintoling Soha Om Ha 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 为什么也所哈 Om 这里准提所哈 Om Jambala 查楞也所哈 Om A Hum Beja Guru Bema Siddhi Hum Se Om A Hum Guru Be A He Sasa Maha 连声 Siddhi Hum 德亚他 Om 贝卡兹亚贝卡兹亚玛哈贝卡兹亚拉扎萨摩卡德雷亚所哈。 南无36万亿111万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿111万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿111万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。 共念大救难咒21遍持咒。他吃萨萨拉，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨拉，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨拉，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨拉，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨拉。 他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。 他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼。 摩拉多拉梭哈，他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼。 玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。他吃萨萨那，他吃鲁罗尼玛哈鲁罗尼阿拉摩拉多拉梭哈。回向。 愿同念佛者同生极乐国，上报四种恩，下济三途苦，见佛了生死，如何度一切？请大家起念请佛注释祈愿文：具得妙善圣尊秘密主，十方世界佛刹成数佛，大悲有情海会众菩萨，护教金刚空行田顶立，世间三毒炽盛业漫漫，身心摧折。 轮回苦不休，圣尊明念降生度迷行，三宝于是微光护群生，人天福典所依金刚身，受戒传法灌顶次悉地，佛子提挺注释转法轮，利乐无量无尽众生界，弟子众等愿以此同修功德回向，祈愿圣尊佛体安康，长寿自在，常住。 世间永转法轮，恭请圣尊作众回向。
To always turn the Dharma wheel in the Saha world and may all be auspicious. Now inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit medication. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the Jambala, the yellow Jambala. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the yellow Jambala. Wholeheartedly, we pay homage to the yellow Jambala. We pray to the 5 Dhyani Buddhas to shine light upon Jambala and all disciples and the Bardu spirits. The 5 Dhyani Buddhas to please radiate light and guide the Bardu spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. The 5 Dhyani Buddhas radiate light upon all participants. May they gain good health. All goes according to their wishes. All the karmic sicknesses be eradicated and may have attainments in their Dharma practice. We wholeheartedly pray to Jambala to please bestow to all participants good fortune. May they have sufficient resources and that all their wishes come through. Wholeheartedly we pray to the Jambala and the 4 heavenly kings and all to please protect and guard the Buddha Dharma, have improved fruitions and gain radiance and purity in their spiritual cultivation. May we increase our good karma and improve our attainments and fruitions. And please support us in our love, respect, and perfect harmony. O gods of the heavens, gods of the earth, may we be far from all calamities. May all calamities abandon us. May all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be granted. And may all demonic hindrances disperse, and may all enemies and entities disperse. We say 100 syllable mantra 3 times.
Anurato me pawa sawa siri me puraya cha sawa karma sutta me chittamu siri ren guru hop ha 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 bhagavan sawa tathagata pejama me mensa peju pawa maha samaya sato ahom pe om peja sato samaya manupanaya peja sato tenubadi cha jejo me pawa suto kayu me pawa sopo kayu me pawa Anurato me pawa sawa siri me puraya cha sawa karma sutta me chittamu siri ren guru hom ha 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 bhagavan sawa tathagata pejama me mensa peju pawa maha samaya sato ahom pe om peja sato samaya manupanaya peja sato tenubadi cha jejo me pawa suto kayu me pawa sopo kayu me pawa อันเนรัตโตเมปาวาสาวาสิติเมปุรายชาสาวากามาสุทธเมจิตามุสิริรันโกโรหบฮ่าฮ่าฮ่าฮ่าเฮปะกาวันสาวาตถากตาเปจมัมมิมันชาเปจปาวามมหาสัมมยะสัตโตอะหมเพ做观想大礼拜，
Pay homage
祭
to
拜
some
根本传
visualization.
承上师及诸
First
佛
to the Guru and all Buddhas.
啊吽观想顶礼
Visualize full
回
prostration,
天
lily
心善
samudra.
印二拜诸菩
Second to
萨
all bodhisattvas.
啊吽观想顶礼回天心善印三拜诸护法金刚
Third to Herukas and all Dharma
吽观
protectors.
想顶礼回天心
Visualize full
善印
prostration,
四
lily
圣
samudra,
宇
fourth
宙
hepa.
念圆满咒唵不灵
Recite
唵
completion
不灵
mantra.
唵不灵唵嘛呢呗咪吽。让我们以热烈的掌声感谢根本传承上师加持
Now
同
let's
修圆
applaud
满
and
吉
show
祥
our。utmost gratitude to His Holiness for presiding over this group
请大家一
practice, for
起
His
虔诚恭敬
blessings.
合掌，恭请根
Now
本
let's
传
join
承
our
上师
palms
为
with great
为大众
reverence,
做宝
and
贵的
together
法
we are
语开
inviting
示。
His Holiness to bestow a precious Buddha Dharma teaching.
我们首先敬
First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus,
辽宁和
homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming,
三家正空上师
homage to Master Sakya Zengkong,
16世大宝卡玛巴
homage to the 16th Dharma King Karmapa,
达尔吉上
and homage to Master Dukten Dorji.
南无
Homage to the three jewels of the altar,
修的本尊
and homage to the main deity of group practice today, the yellow Jambala. The yellow wealth deity. Simu, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, all disciples present here and over the internet.
议会的贵宾
And our participating VIPs today are from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Taiwan, Secretary General Daniel Liao's wife, Dharma Sister Judy.
生活中中委会会计师
Accountant to the Tribhuda Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa.
生活中中委会法律顾问
The law advisor to the Tribhuda Foundation, Dharma Sister Jennifer Zhou.
生活中博士教授团
From the Tribhuda School Scholar Group from National Chengkong University, and Professor in EE, Dr. Wang Li.
中天电视台给你点上
From
新灯
CTI TV Taiwan, producers for the Geni Diansang Xinten, Dharma Sister Rebecca Shiyachi.
台湾阳光舞梦团林一仙师姐
And from the Sunny Line Dance Group of Taiwan, Dharma Sister Lin Yixuan.
大家晚安，大家好。
Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
你好，大家好。
In Cantonese.
今天我们是修这个真巴拉绑带
Today, we practice Jambala, the wealth deity or fortune god.
这很久以前，
And as I remember, a long time ago,
我的上师跟我讲，
my guru told me
财神大部分都是
that
大天王画出来的，
most of the wealth deities were transformed from the four heavenly kings or from the heavenly beings or from the mountain gods.
讲过，在海里面
He once said that in the ocean, the dragon king god is the richest, and on earth, is the Prithvi Deva, earth god, is the richest. And the mountain gods are the richest. And in heavens, the 4 heavenly kings are considered to be the richest. So, actually, think about it. Where do the riches come from? Actually, they came from the earth. Like the wealth of the farmers would come from their land, and the farmlands would produce all kinds of fruits and grains and produce. They came out from the earth. And the precious gems and jewels also came from the earth. The most expensive one, like diamonds, gold, all the precious metals came from the earth. And the precious gems also from the earth. So if you think that the properties, the houses, are expensive, or especially the luxury homes or manors, that's like millions or $1 billion, they all came from the earth. All the construction materials also came from the earth. And also the most expensive cars like Lamborghini or Ferrari, sports cars like Rolls-Royce or Bentley, all the materials used to build them also came from the earth. So all wealth comes from the earth. Everything belongs to the earth. So even the heavens of the 4 heavenly kings also are not separate from the earth. And the most important and central mountain is Mount Sumeru. And halfway up the mountain Sumeru is the heavens of the 4 heavenly kings. And on top is a flat roof, a flat platform, and then in the middle it's a little bit slim, and then it would enlarge again at the bottom. So that's Mount Sumeru. It is formless, intangible, but it is considered to be a mountain. And on the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, are the 4 heavenly kings. So the palaces, one is made of crystal, made of gold. So a palace made of gold, silver, or from all the jewels and precious gems. They are all beautiful and luxurious. So the 4 heavenly kings are the wealthiest. And Jambala is the north of the heavenly king. So the heavenly king of the north, which is Vaishravana, Viruddhaka, Virupaksa, and Dhritarashtra. So those were the 4 heavenly kings who are the wealthiest. So if you pray or you ask for wealth, then you need to pray to them. And in the ocean, we can offer the Dragon King treasure vase in order to gain some wealth. And in the human world, at least you can pray to the earth god, and he's considered to be the fortune god. And Prithivideva is considered the earth god of the great earth. And in the heavenly realm, the 4 heavenly kings and also the mountain gods, they are the wealthiest. China has 5. So 5 directions, so north, south, east, west, and center, and considered into 5 mountains, and Yi is considered the greatest mountain god, a great mountain god. Like Taisan belongs to the eastern Yi. So Taisan Fujun is also a great fortune god. And mountain gods are all very rich. So in the intangible realm, the wealthiest ones, of course, are Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So they don't have tangible wealth. But the tangible wealth typically belongs to the human realm. So the intangible wealth belongs to the heavenly realm, and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are considered the wealthiest because they have the non-leaking wisdom, and wisdom is considered to be as wealth, is considered as wealth. So the non-leaking wisdom, meaning that they have all sorts of wisdom, or all-encompassing wisdom. So that's called the non-leaking wisdom, is considered the highest kind of wealth. The 8 primary deities in Triveda school, because many people need or want to ask for wealth, so that's why Jambala is listed as one of the 8 primary deities. That's the primary reason. So we entice people through fulfilling their desires for wealth before they walk the real cultivation path. And in Tantrayana, and then finally they could enter into the wisdom of the Tathagata. So in the Vimalakirti Sutra, it was mentioned that in order to deliver sentient beings, we use all the convenient Dharma, or the skillful means. So actually, this convenient Dharma are also the enlightenment Dharma, because once you gain spiritual response in the well Dharma practice, then you gain faith and commitment to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So inadvertently, you have learned all the practice procedures or the rituals, and you lay down the foundation by performing the well deity Dharma practices. So that's why in Tantrayana we also say that convenient Dharma is also enlightenment Dharma, and that afflictions is also Bhuti or enlightenment. So we could explain it that way. So although you're practicing the convenient Dharma, but when you ultimately it would become enlightenment Dharma. So although you have afflictions, but eventually they also would become enlightenment. So today we will continue talking about the Great Perfection Dharma, page 64. At this moment, Sakyamuni Buddha attained wisdom's liberation, and this is the same as the non-leaking wisdom. So all the celestial palaces, Mara or demon palaces, the realms of the celestial beings and sentient beings, all became the realms of great light radiance, including the Iron Gate mountain in hells was showered by the lights. So this kind of majestic power of Buddhahood can lift up all of the universe. In a blink of an eye, the trees in the world blossom and bear fruits, and the sky becomes completely pure. All is clear and lucid. All is clear and lucid. So this is the phenomena at the time of Sakyamuni Buddha's enlightenment. So Sakyamuni Buddha, Buddha's left hand is holding an alms bowl, and his right hand is extended and touching the ground. This kind of mudra, there are two mudras here. One is holding an alms bowl, and the other right hand is touching the ground. It's the mudra of touching the ground, which is to let all the great earth witness that today Sakyamuni Buddha has gained enlightenment. So the whole earth would be the witness that Sakyamuni Buddha has attained enlightenment on this day. So which one is Sakyamuni Buddha? The first one. So is his right hand touching the ground? Yes, exactly the same as Grandmaster said. The right hand touches the ground, and the left hand is holding an alms bowl. So the great earth is the witness. So that's also convenience. Convenience is the same as enlightenment. So he used the conveniences to prove that he has attained Buddhahood. So the whole great earth is the witness to his Buddhahood. And there's also the infinite lights that appeared. So this is the record of his Buddhahood, his attaining Buddhahood. So including the heavenly realms, the 28 heavens, and under the earth, which is the Iron Gate mountain in hells, will all become filled with lights. So all the realms up and down and all over are filled with clear light radiance. That's what Buddhahood is about. Everything is just light radiance. So why in our spiritual cultivation we don't gain this clear light radiance up above and all over? Why is it impossible? Actually, by performing the 9-cycle Buddha breathing, we are actually training on this clear light radiance. Don't undermine this 9-cycle Buddha breathing. It's very simple. So the white clear light enters into our body, becoming red, and circle once, and then all the black stuff from your body is emitted out. So clear light coming in, clear light from the deity, from his nostril, a ray of light entering into your right nostril, circle once, and then from the left nostril, a black energy, a black air was emitted out. So the white clear light enters and the black smoke exits. And next is from the deity's left nostril, a ray of white light emitted to enter into your left nostril, circle once, and then from your right nostril, a black smoke was emitted. So you need to visualize this way, which means that you exhaled all the black smokes from your body, and you inhale all the white light into your body, like both nostrils, one circle, go up to the top of the head, and then back down and circle once more. And then from both nostrils, the black qi was emitted. And with full concentration, you visualize 9 cycles. So the white enters and the black exits. And after training for a long period of time, you would dream. You would dream that your skin pores open and all the black insects crawl from your body. Then your body has been purified. So that's also practicing purification. That's also practicing light. So in Buddhism, eventually you practice light. And Great Perfection Dharma too, at the end you also practice the clear light radiance. Why a human being does not have the clear light radiance? There are 3 phenomena. But first let me share a joke. A policeman caught a Thai who was on a drug dealer and on the street, and because of language barrier, they use an interpreter. So please tell, where do you hide the 10 million? Otherwise, I would shoot you. And finally, the drug dealer replied, said, okay, I hid it under the seats in the car. And then the interpreter interpreted saying that, okay, if you dare, you can shoot. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how, I wouldn't tell. So even the interpreter has some greed. So he basically says that, so the cop can shoot the drug dealer, and then he knows now where the money is. Of course, the interpreter has greed, and the drug dealer also has greeds too. So if you get involved in the drug business, typically it's because of greed. And simply said, that means that your heart and mind is dirty. There's a kind of people on earth that cannot have attainments in their spiritual cultivation, is when they have dirty hearts. So when their hearts are dirty, this kind of people cannot have attainments in spiritual cultivation. In Tantrayana, we explain it this way, like a bowl. It's a good bowl, and it is upright. However, inside the bowl, it's dirty inside the bowl. When you pour clean and pure Dharma milk it would get dirty, so they will not have any attainments in the clear light radiance because the bowl is dirty. Even the clean and pure Dharma milk is poured onto it, it would become dirty. And that's why the deity cannot gain any spiritual response with you, cannot be in yogic union with you, because your heart is dirty, so the deity could not enter into you. So you could not be in spiritual union with the deity. But if you have purified yourself, then naturally you would gain the spiritual union with the deity, even without striving for it. Naturally, you would be. Someone passed by some cemetery and saw some light that he heard as the light of ghosts. So he threw some rock, and then that light moved to another tombstone. And then he hit and he threw the stone there too. And then he heard something. How can't you just let me? Why can't you just let me be? I just want to pee. And with the cigarette in his hand, so it looks like a light that can move. So the cigarette's light was moving and was thought to be the light of the ghost. So how do you explain that? So this is how we would explain it. In this world, there are differentiations between good and bad, white and black. So if you are black, then you need to change it to become white, to become clear light radiance. So the black one should not touch the white one, and the white one should not touch the black ones. So if you're white and you're always together with the black one, then eventually you would become black. But the black one, together with the white one, would stay black. So the white ones are more at a disadvantage, and the white ones are fewer than the black ones. And in this world, if they are either white or black, but if they're together, they become black. So that's why it is very difficult to succeed in our spiritual cultivation, because there are very few people who are pure or clean. And those who could understand the pure Dharma are also few. And so that's why this is rather difficult. So we have several jokes that's hard to say. The dad commanded the girl. Okay, when you have a date with a girlfriend, make sure that your date is by the swimming pool. Why? Because only when you're swimming that you would be able to see her real face. And in a swimming suit, then you can tell her figure. And most importantly, once you teach her how to swim, after marriage, she wouldn't ask you
还是先
that
救
if
救你妈
she's
妈，这
if
种纯问题就不
your mom and I are both drowned, who would you say first? Then you would not be asked such stupid question.
你就不能化妆，
So in swimming pool, you cannot keep your cosmetics,
她的完
your
全
makeups.
真面目你都看得一清二楚。
Then you would be able to see her real face.
然后她穿上游泳衣，你也看得
And
一
if
清二楚她的身
she's
材。
wearing the swimsuit, and you would be able to see her figure really clearly.
看人
That's
就
a
是要
good
这样
way.
你要看得她一清二楚。
So you need to see someone clearly like this.
所以你要清楚明白啊，
So
自
you
己
need
未来的
to
对象，就要带他
to
去
see clearly your future spouse. In order to see clearly, you
这
need
是
to
很好的。
take her to the swimming
你要
pool,
看
to
清
go
楚
swimming
明
in the
白
swimming pool.
她的身材，
This is
她的
good
素颜是什么
because
样
you need to see clearly her
因为你如果
figure,
相
her
亲的
real
时候她一定
face.
化妆化的，你看起来像天
Otherwise,
仙一
on
样
a date, they would put on
等到你跟她
makeups
结
and
婚的时候，你
all
把
the
她
outfits
上
that she looks like a goddess. But after you get married, then you realize
所以我
that
们每一次啊，
you were tricked.
肮脏的碗就是要洗干净，
So a dirty bowl has to be washed clean,
用佛法的
and you need to do it
非常
frequently.
干净。
Using Buddha Dharma, you wash the bowl until it's become very clean. And then you could tell if the bowl is clean or dirty. This is very important. And there's another kind of bowl
覆盖的碗，
that don't believe in Buddha Dharma at all, and that's the bowl that's
碗
turned
本来是
upside
朝上
down.
的，它
So
就
a
可以
bowl is upright, then you can
佛菩萨
you can receive the Dharma milk, and then
覆盖的碗，
the lights of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas can be seen clearly.
不信佛，其他宗教
But
任何
if the bowl is turned upside down, then
覆盖的碗，
they don't believe in anything. They don't believe Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, religions, or no faith.
宗教，我们不
They
讲
have no affinity with religion, not just Buddhism, Catholicism, Christianity, Muslim, Judaism,
不管你是什么
the
教，
Orthodox.
你这个完全没有
Doesn't
宗教
matter
信仰
what kind of faith. They have no faith whatsoever.
他也没
So
有办法
that's the bowl turned upside down. So they cannot be salvaged or they cannot be delivered because they cannot accept any teachings. They just follow their own
化流
opinion.
到他的身体，
So the Dharma flow cannot enter
看你
into
相
them.
应的笑话啊。
Let's see if we have jokes about spiritual union.
小明站在铁匠铺旁边看铁匠打铁，
So Xiaoming was
铁
standing
匠有些
next
讨
to an
厌，
ironsmith,
便拿
and
出烧红的铁，
and the
凑
ironsmith
到小明面前吓唬他。
despised him,
小明
and then so he took like a red
眨了一下手，
hot iron
你给
and
我100
pointed to Xiaoming,
我就敢舔一舔它。
and Xiaoming said,
舌
"If
头
you
舔
give
舔
me
它
$100,
哦这个铁
then
匠
I
马
can
上拿出
lick
100块钱给小
that red hot iron
哎给
rod."
小明，
And the
小明接过
ironsmith
钱用舌头
immediately
舔
took
一下
$100
就
to
放进
him.
口袋走。
And then Xiaoming just licked the money and then placed it in his pocket and left.
所以有时候你看表面是看不出来的，
So
你
sometimes,
看一个表面，
superficially, you cannot tell.
明明我拿的是红色的铁在你面前，你说你敢舔一
So
下
I
给我100块我就敢舔。
I take a red hot
讲
iron
说我要
and said, "Can you lick it? If you can lick it, I'll give you $100."
100块美金给他的时候，那
So he didn't lick the iron, but instead he just licked the dollar bill and then put it in his pocket and left.
那这个怎么讲？ 就是拒绝，
So,
就是一种拒绝，
so that's a kind of rejection,
也是一种巧妙的一种拒绝。
but it's a really skillful
我
rejection.
记得我以前在问事情的时候，在帮人家问事，
I remember
有一个老太婆带她的孙子
when I provided a consultation,
来问事，孙子
an old lady and took her grandson coming in for spiritual consultation.
看到佛堂以后，他就走出去门外，坐在门外。
So the grandson, and after they saw the altar, went out and stayed outside the door. But the lady kept calling him to come in because she wanted to ask questions about him.
到最后就
But he didn't want to come in.
到最后我也出来问他说你为什么不进来呀？
So
既然你要问事，
I
为什么不进来？
went out and asked him, so you asked for spiritual cultivation, why didn't you come in? And he said,
我不迷信，
you know, I've graduated from high school and now I'm in college.
到大学，
So I'm not superstitious, so I don't need spiritual consultation
读书
because now I'm in
就
college.
越不信
So I found it interesting.
有一
The
种
more knowledge you have, the more educated you are, the less you believe in Buddhism.
老太婆的宗教，就是一些
Most Buddhists are elderly ladies, and those who recite sutras in temples are those that are about to die because they just want to go to the Western paradise. But the young, the educated, the knowledgeable, they're not superstitious and they don't believe in any faith. That's the bowls that's turned upside down. They don't believe in anything. Then it would be impossible to deliver or salvage them. That means they have no affinity.
覆盖了碗，
So there's dirty bowls or bowls turned upside down, and they both cannot be delivered.
在课堂上，小明跟小刚传来一
In
张纸条，
school, Xiaoming passed a note to Xiaogang,
老师非
and
常
the
生气，
teacher
为什么
saw
传
that
纸条？
and was very angry and asked, why did you pass note?
纸条只看上
And
面
the teacher took a look at the note, and it said
漂亮，
that the teacher is really beautiful. And when the teacher read that, and she said, well, pass it on.
人都是希望赞美，
So people crave praises.
稍微不好听的话给他，
People crave
他马
praises.
上就反感，
If you say
甚至
something
他就不听。
unpleasant, then they would turn their backs against you. They don't want to listen.
所以讲赞美的话，
So
是让人家容易接受。
So when you say praises, it's easier
这个好像是说不好，
to be accepted. If you say something negative, then people would turn their backs against you.
有一句话是讲，有时候
So
是
there's a
很
saying,
多事情不要太勉强，
don't
顺
force
就好，
don't force into anything.
随顺。
So in Buddhism, we always say, just go with the flow, be natural. If you force it, then it's not good.
例如每一个人都有每一个人的个性，
For example, everyone has his or her own character or personality. Some people, you can kid around and joke around, and that's okay. And some people you can't joke around with, then never joke with them.
你就不要去碰它。
And there's some people that have some
他的一些
sensitive areas that please don't touch that, like say their or their privacies or secrets, please don't ever touch those.
这个都是这种现，这
I mean, don't
这种
touch
现象
those areas.
每一个
So
人都有
that's
缺
how
点
it is. Everyone has some weaknesses. There is no one that has no shortcomings
可
or
是有缺点
weaknesses.
就等于是一个碗，
So these shortcomings or weaknesses, it's like cracks or chips in the bowl. A complete or perfect bowl has no shortcomings. But if there is cracks or chips in the bowl, so, but if there are cracks in the bowl, then the Dharma milk would leak. So there are three kinds of people that cannot be delivered. One is dirty bowls, bowls turned upside down, or broken bowls, because then the Dharma milk would leak from the bowl. Because a human being would always have some deficiencies. So in our spiritual cultivation, we want to correct and improve ourselves and to change the bad tendencies so that we become a perfect bowl, become a clean bowl. And only then you would be able to accept the radiance from the deities, and then you yourself become clear light radiant, and that would be called spiritual union. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas always emit a clear light radiance. And look at the lineage gurus from the great perfection Dharma, the Prahivajra, the first one in the human world, and then Manjushri Mitra, Sri Singha, Guru Padmasambhava, and the Tibetan king Trizong Dechen, and his consort, Ishi Choka. They all they emit boundless radiance, clear light radiance. All the lineage gurus of great perfection Dharma would generate boundless clear light radiance. Like Manjushri Mitra became rainbow light. Prahivajra too also transformed to become light, and Manjushri Mitra too. And Sri Singha to Guru Padmasambhava. And also King Trizong Dechen and Ishi Choka all generate or transform to become light. And Sakyamuni Buddha too became just pure clear light. So there are only two things in spiritual cultivation, is to eliminate your bad spiritual tendencies or bad habitual tendencies, to become a clean bowl, and then you fix the defects or the cracks or the chips in the bowl to become a perfect bowl. So first, you cleanse and throw out all the filth and the dirt and the afflictions, then you become a clean bowl. So in Buddhist studies and spiritual cultivation, there are only these two things. So habitual tendencies, afflictions, obstructions due to knowledge, that would become the bowls that turn upside down. If you think that you're knowledgeable and you think that all religious practices are superstitious, then that would be bowls turned upside down. Then you're obstructed by your own knowledge. And then obstructions due to afflictions, that's your habitual tendencies. You need to cleanse them. And then you fix all the defects. That's spiritual cultivation. At the public bus, a man showed his love to the woman, and there are a lot of people on the bus. And the man said that, "I like you. Can you be my girlfriend?" And he stepped forward and getting ready to kneel. And as he was doing that, his fly
我
opened
都还没有答应呢，
and he got embarrassed. And she replied, she said that,
就笑，
oh, I haven't agreed, and yet your brother,
这正常。
your little brother couldn't wait. It's not so funny, but everyone on the bus laughed.
这男女之间笑话，
So between a man and a woman, there are a lot of jokes about a man and a woman.
我听来的笑话就讲了，男
That's the
的
joke that I heard.
会得疯
Why?
症，疯牛，
Why the man doesn't get mad cow
我讲的是
disease?
亏依靠，其实英文不是讲亏依靠的。
I say crazy cow, but actually in English it's not called crazy cow.
答案就是男
The
的就
answer
是
is because men are pigs.
因为男的都是猪八戒，
Because men are
男
all
的就是猪
pigs,
八戒，
so they're not cows.
因为猪当然不会得亏依靠啊。
And because pigs, of course, they don't get mad cow disease. That's a riddle.
这个其实男女之间的笑话非常的多。事实上，这个贪
There are a lot of
跟
jokes about man
都
and
非
woman,
常难避免，
but actually
贪心呢非常难。
it is hard to avoid greed, anger, delusion, pride,
你已
and
经可以转
doubts.
化贪，
Like
把你
greed,
的贪心
it's really hard to avoid being greedy. If you can avoid them, that means you have transformed your greed. And how do you transform it?
为他人想，自他
Think.
方法就可以转化。
Think for the others, so exchange place
也
with
不会贪
others.
自己的，自己的已经
So you're always greedy
一定是别
for
人的，
other people's things
那别人
because
的被你
yours is
贪
already yours. So you just want other people's stuff. So if you want other people's things,
你
would
就把它
they
把这个贪心就带，
would they be willing?
你自己的
No.
要不要给别
So
人？
you exchange place with the other person. Would you want to give what you have to other people? No.
别
Then
人的
think about
会
it.
给你吗？还是你给
Then
别
of
人？
course the other person will not give it to
你
you.
不愿意给别人，
If you don't want to give it to other people,
他也
why
不
would
愿意
the other people want to give it to you?
这个就这样子，常常这样子想，
So if you often think this way, you exchange places or put yourself in other people's shoes, then your greedy thoughts would
也是
diminish.
一样的。
The same thing with anger or hatred. If you
别
get
人要接
angry,
受吗？
would other
不会接受。
people accept that? No.
他生气你会接受吗？
And if
你也不
he
会接受的。
gets angry, would you
不
accept
如大
that?
家都
No.
和气，
So maybe it's best that if everybody don't lose temper, then you have no more anger.
那愚痴呢？
And the same with foolishness or ignorance or
你
delusion.
都不能够转化。
If you cannot transform greed and anger, then you are
你
deluded.
贪也不能够转化，
You
嗔
cannot
也不能够
transform
转化
greed, you cannot
你当
transform
然
anger,
愚痴了
then of course you are deluded,
所以贪
ignorant
会
or
下地狱
foolish. So by being greedy, you fall into hell, and by having anger or hatred, you would
知
go to the hungry ghosts. But being ignorant or
就是
deluded,
六道轮
you'll fall into the animal realms, and they are in the 6 rebirth
所以修
realms.
行也就是这样子的。所以释迦牟尼
So spiritual cultivation is like
当
this.
然不是那么简单，不是我讲的这么简单。
Of course, Sakyamuni Buddha's enlightenment is not as simple as I said, but spiritual cultivation, the foundation starts from this.
最重要的一件事情，嘴巴
Speech
最重要要
And mouth is the most important part. What you say with your mouth, what you say, what you express with your mouth can create greed, anger, and hatred. And also your actions, your expressions. This is very important. There's this joke, just for laugh. I have a wish since I was small. When I grow up, I would have money that I can't finish counting. And true enough, when I grow up, I work at the bank and I have money that I cannot finish counting. And after working for a period of time, I thought that wish is fulfilled so easily. So I make another wish. I make another wish. And I want to open a bank in the future. And little did I know that last week I accomplished this wish, because the manager asked me to take care of the key and open the door every morning. So opening a bank is like opening the door of the bank. In reality, people's wishes, the wishes we have when we are born, in order to accomplish your own wishes, you need to put in efforts. So you need to work hard in order to succeed. But actually, it's not the case. Working hard does not necessarily end in success. You have to add your good luck. In order to succeed, you need hard work plus luck. I also work very hard and plus my luck. So my luck is a jiayi, wood, and binding, fire. So the wood would generate the fire for 30 years. So in my destiny, there is fire, wood, and wood and fire is generating, because wood is good for burning. And then I burns for 30 years, then you can accomplish your wishes. If you have no such destiny, if you don't have such a destiny, from your birth time, date and time, so in my birth time, date and time, there's Bing-Ding, fire, and Jia-Yi is wood. The year is Yi-Yu, year, and there's also wood, Jia-Yi. Yi is the same as wood, and then also fire, Bing-Ding, fire. So with these two elements, they are generating. Then the fire is really blazing, and it blazes for 30 years. So that's also the faith of True Buddha School. So it would flourish for 30 years. The fortune teller told me that it would flourish for 30 years, but I say it would flourish for 40 years, or 50 years, or even more. So that's destiny. Without such destiny, it will be hard to accomplish your wish. So where does the destiny come from? It comes from the year, month, date, minute of your birth. So that's where it comes from. It comes from heavens. And why the heavens give you such a destiny? Because it's from your previous lives. So that's your destiny. So sometimes you work really hard, you put in a lot of effort, but still you do not succeed. Why? Because it's not in your destiny. So that's why hard work has to be combined with destiny. That's called causes and condition. The affinity with sentient beings. If you have such affinity with a lot of sentient beings and they are mutual, then it would generate such an effect. So in the Tiepan, in the iron board, for divination, it's said that like a guru of an era and followed by thousands of people, tens of thousands of people. Some people ask Grandmaster, if we don't have such affinity and have no such destiny, why do I want to work so hard in my spiritual cultivation? I just follow my destiny. I said, no. You haven't looked at the Liao Fan Si Xin. There is a science of Li Mi. So there's a record of that, like how to change your own destiny, how to change your affinity or destiny. So Yan Liao Fan has written this, how to change your own destiny. So you can change your destiny. Grandmaster has said that karma is just moving around and we cannot change it. So why do we want to cultivate spiritually? Why do we want to train in Buddhism? Why do we want to perform Dharma practice? We just follow our destiny. Let it be. No. Because only spiritual cultivation can change your destiny. The spiritual cultivation can change your destiny. Or if you perform a great, magnificent good deeds, or a really bad deeds can change your destiny. Also, spiritual cultivation can change your destiny. If you see an ant inside a bowl of, and the ant is about to die, and then you save it, that's a small good deed. But that will not change your destiny right away. But if you save a huge amount of ants and you put a board of wood and all the ants climb on the wood and the ants were safe, then that's considered a great good deed. You save a lot of lives. That's great good deed. So you need to perform both small good deeds and big good deeds. And then if you do them every single day, then your destiny will gradually change. So by performing Dharma practice once, you change your destiny a little bit. If you're very diligent in performing Dharma practice, then your destiny will be completely changed. That's all for today on Mani Padme. We are truly grateful to
非常
His
感
Holiness
谢根本
Precious
传
Dharma
承上
teaching.
师宝贵的法语开示，请唱诵组准备。每当是有以下法务活动向大家报告：
We
明
have
天
several
10月25
announcements.
日星期日下午
Tomorrow,
3点，圣
October
城将在
21st,
此为
Sunday
当
at
世
3
主持
p.m.
不动明王
His
复活
Holiness
大
will
法会，
be
赐
at
受
the
不
Rainbow
动明
Temple
王
in
法万
Northern
灵及讲
Washington
授大圆满
and
九次地法。法
perform
会
the
现场
Akala
有综
Homa
艺
Fire
网
Offering
络直
Ceremony
播，
and
欢迎大家
confer
踊
the
跃支持
Akala
参加法会。
empowerments.
详情请参看真佛宗官方网站 tbsn.org
There
查询。
will be a teaching
10
from
月
the
29
Dharma
日星期
afterwards.
六，
And for
夜
details,
10
please check
上午10
tbsn.org.
点，西雅图雷藏寺举行佛前大供。 10月31日星期六，农历9月19日上午11点，庆祝观世音菩萨
And
出家
on
日。
October
西雅图雷藏
30th,
寺举行佛
Saturday
前
at
大供，欢
11
迎大
a.m.,
家
there
莅
will
临
be
参
an
加
offering
红山
puja
法
at the
喜
Seattle
供
Temple
光。
to celebrate
还有特
Guanyin
慈通
Bodhisattva's
告。
birthday.
10月
And we have
31 日
a
星期
special
六适逢美国万圣节。 西
on
雅图雷藏
October
寺因故取
31st,
消当晚的
Saturday,
同修会及网
that
络直播，
is a
详情请
Halloween,
参看
and
tbs
so we will
查
not have
询。
a group practice on that day.
请唱
So
诵
please
组带
check
领大家唱诵佛
tbsn.org
号。
for that, for further details. No group practice next Saturday.
南无阿弥陀佛。南无阿弥陀佛。南无阿弥陀佛。 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 南无阿弥陀佛。南无阿弥陀佛。阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛。 请新皈依者到坛城前长跪，恭请圣尊为新皈依
We
者
are
做皈
inviting
依
any
冠
of
礼。
you who would like to take refuge in His Holiness and follow the spiritual cultivation of Two Buddha School. Please come forward to the center of the temple and personally receive refuge initiation from His Holiness. If you're not present in person and would like to take refuge, you may send a letter to the True Buddha Foundation.
噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽。恭请圣尊加持大悲咒水及为佛像开光。
Invite His Holiness to bless the great compassion, holy water, and to consecrate Buddha image.
吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽，吽咕噜莲生悉地吽。请大家起立
Please
做
stand
大
up
礼
and
拜，
perform
礼拜根
homage.
本传承上师及诸佛。Om Ah Hum。二拜诸菩萨。Om Ah Hum。三拜诸护法金刚。Om Ah Hum。四平等一起手。同修会圆满吉祥结束了，感谢根本传承上师的大加持，谢谢师母、诸位上师、教授师、法师、贵宾同门善信大德的护持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.